best friend. Hi.
Pee-pee best poo-poo.
Bigsby's best friend. That's
Mommy,
Bigsby right there.
Daddy, I wanted to sit next to you.
A gift for CJ and Cameron from Daddy. Sit right here. Sit right here.
I want to sit next to you.
Sit right here so I can reach you. Bigsby's best friend. In a great green forest lived a huge furry creature named Bigsby. Bigsby didn't have many friends because he was an extremely shy guy.
Bigsby shy.
It's not funny.
That's funny. One day a boy named Sam moved into the house near the forest. Moving was boring and Sam had nothing to do. So he noticed a large footprint on the ground and followed it. Footprints always lead to feet and legs, and that's just what Sam bumped into that day, the huge feet and legs of Bigsby. Bigsby smiled nervously and waved. Holy hair plug, Sam exclaimed. Hello, my name is Sam. I'm new in town. What's your name? But Bigsby said nothing because he was an extremely shy guy.
Bigsby bashful.
Sam smiled. Say, you're pretty shy for a big thing. When I heard big, Bigsby thought Sam was trying to say his name, so he excitedly nodded his big shaggy head and said, Bigsby. Sam laughed. No, I said you were big. Bigsby pointed to the name on his shoe. Bigsby, Sam said. Oh, I get it. Well then, it's nice to meet you.
Okay.
Then, out of nowhere, Sam touched Bigsby's knee. Tag, you're it! Bigsby was confused. Sam tagged him again. Come on, let's play. He ran away, then Bigsby understood and went to chase after him. Suddenly, they heard someone coming. A man and his dog were walking toward them. Bigsby needed to hide, and fast, because he was an extremely shy guy.
Bigsby wanna hide.
Sam realized his new friend was bashful. Quickly, he helped Bigsby hide. The man walked up to Sam. Hello, kid. My name's Mr. Jasper. Hi, Sam. Hi, I'm Sam. But Sam knew Mr. Jasper was his new neighbor. Ouch. You better watch out, Mr. Jasper said. There's a furry creature on the loose, about the size of this tree here. Mr. Jasper leaned in against the tree. I've been looking for this guy for years. So if you ever see him, you let me know, okay? Sam nodded. Wow, that was a close one, Sam said. I wonder why Mr. Jasper wants to find you so badly. Bigsby shook his head and shrugged. Bigsby shook his head and shrugged. Bigsby shook his head and shrugged. I think Bigsby fell asleep. Sam visited Bigsby every day after that. Bigsby showed Sam how to juggle. They played tag, they jumped at piles of leaves, and they told jokes. Why don't sharks eat clowns? Sam said. Because they taste funny. Bigsby thought it was very funny.
Good one.
In the winter, they went sledding and built igloos. They had snowball fights and played with sword icicles. Sam made peanut butter and sardine sandwiches. There's nothing like that, a special sandwich, though. Bigsby's favorite. But one day, their fun almost came to an end. The two friends were in the forest having a snowball fight when they saw Mr. Jasper walking around. Bigsby grabbed some branches to disguise himself as a tree. Since the branches didn't have any leaves this time, they weren't a very good disguise. I think I saw him over here, said Mr. Jasper. Bigsby felt a shiver up his back.
Uh-oh. No good.
Sam had a great idea and told Bigsby to roll around in the snow. Bigsby stood up just in time. Hello again, Mr. Jasper. Say, Sam, have you seen a very large furry creature around here? Mr. Jasper asked. Sam shook his head. Mr. Jasper stared at the snowman. He's about the same size as your snowman there. As Mr. Jasper walked away, Sam and his snowman laughed. Bigsby thought it was very funny.
You're hysterical.
Sam climbed onto Bigsby's shoulders. Don't worry, pal, I'll never let him find you, said Sam. He pointed to their shadow. You know what? We don't have to worry about anything or anyone because we're together. We're the biggest, best in the whole forest. Bigsby nodded. Soon it was time to say goodnight. Sam couldn't wait until their next big adventure. He wrapped his arms around Bigsby's big furry neck and said, "Bigsby, you're the best friend a kid could ever have."
Bigsby's best friend is you.
Oh.
Daddy, stop.
You like that?
You're doing it. Daddy, you're touching it.
I'm not touching it.
Hey, you are.